discussion is going to be boiling around challenges that are being faced by various families today in Igbo land. Causes of these major problems in Igbo families today. And we are going to be narrowing down our questions when we talk about the civilization, development of a nation, or even a nation that is seeking for freedom, like I said in my intro, which I posted on Facebook, that a strong nation, or a free nation, or a nation that is aspiring to be free, what determines that nation to be strong, or what determines the strength of that nation is the family unit, because it is the family unit that makes up a nation. Now, if we are pursuing, or if we are aspiring to have a nation that is economically advanced, a nation that has sustainability in its development, then there should be a level of stability of family life. Now, that is the reason why we're bringing this up. And some people may say that this program may not be exactly what the Igbo nation wants, addressing directly the challenges being faced by Igbo nation or Biafra people in general. Some people might argue that. I understand that. But generally, as we are pursuing for a nation that you aspire to be great, then you need to build a strong people. And there is nobody that makes up a nation that doesn't come from a family. If the family background is not in order, definitely we are laying a very wrong foundation for the nation. So that is why we set up this program as a way, once every week, every Thursday, to address some of these biting questions boiling on family unit, family affairs. Now today, the cost of civilization, development, modernization is seriously encroaching on the lives or advancement of our cultural life. Yes, the civilization, modernization, globalization is really hitting hard on family values and norms in Igbo land. And as such, there are questions, there are opinions coming up left, right, and center with respect to sustaining Igbo culture and civilization and all that. Should men take more wives? That's one of the questions that we're going to address today. And also, should daughters partake in their father's wealth? So this is what we're going to be talking about briefly on this program. And we hope you can drop your comments on the column and we'll be addressing some of your comments. I will allow my co-host to make our input on this very discussion.
Thank you, Chinedu. Good evening, exchange viewers. Today I've taken my shine. This is my program and he's introducing me. It is well. My name is Queen Madu and we are here to address some family biting questions as usual. As he said, we always do this once in a week because every great nation comes from a family. That is why if you want to attack a nation, attack the family, you've attacked a whole nation, a whole generation. So that is the essence of this program. I'm kind of excited because of the topic. Should men take more wives and should daughters participate in their father's wealth? Tina, which one do you want me to start from?
Start from whichever one you want.
Okay. All right. Let me start with the should girls partake in their father's wealth? You know, first of all, we were created as girls and without our permission. We didn't take permission. Nobody took permission from us to be created as girls. And nobody had wished to have a particular sex of a child. So because you have a child, you have to provide for that child. If you want to will something to your child, whether a boy or a girl, for the fact that that child did not create, him or herself, I think that child has a right to earn something from the father. The only one I'm not going to support is inheriting maybe like land in their father's house. Maybe you are from, for example, and your father's house, you want to have a land there. No, it doesn't really make sense because you will get married and you will leave your father's land. But if you're going to have you have like houses in Lagos, for example, or in Enugu town, or in Oka, or something like that, or you have a company, it is just fair that you should give some allocations to your daughters. They should inherit some things because they are your children and they have to inherit some things from you. That is my take on that. Should daughters inherit stuff from their father? Because I support that they should inherit some certain stuff from their father. Even the boys can have more, just the fact that they are answering the name and the ladies will go, but at least for that sense of belonging, that okay, this is my father, and it will create a more sense of belonging and to make the girls have more say in the society. Because you see stuff like where a lady did not inherit a pin from her father's house and she goes to her husband's house and unfortunately the man dies. You see a woman, maybe she gave birth to girls. You understand? The next thing you start hearing is the brothers of the husband may even take the things away from her, which is really, really unfair. Because we are not God. We didn't create ourselves. Nobody sits down and unless it's now that we have technologies and I heard you can choose a sex of a child. But in as much as there is such thing, it is God that gives children. And he has a reason why he made them both he made them boy and girl. God have a reason for that. So that is my take on that.
Okay, now let me go a little bit more controversial on this issue because when it comes to family, like this, most of the families we agree. See, sometimes we try to be selfish as to what we want, to take what we want, the one that we want. Majority of our people are Christians, yeah? And when you talk about Christianity, and the other one you try to dodge, yeah? You try to dodge the issue of men taking more wives because most of our women don't want to.
No, I know we are coming back to that.
I'm coming.
We're actually coming back to that.
All right. Now, when you talk about men taking more wives, a lot of women protest against it. In fact, the more actually that Nigeria can have no wife. Now, because of the Christian in quote, one man, one wife.
Please, sorry. Rewind. Who is selfish, Abeg?
I'm coming. We are going to take them by bit. Now, we now come to the issue of girls partaking in the father's wealth. The ladies now don't want to imbibe in the church biblical quote of you leave your father and your mother entirely and cling to your
Can
father.
I say something?
I'm coming.
No, can I say something? No, wait, can I say something here?
Wait.
No, can I say something? No,
right.
Before we go on.
Okay.
I'm a Christian and I read my Bible very well. In that particular verse, what they say is a man, not a woman, a man will leave his father and his mother and cling to his wife. That is what
I'll complete it.
No, I want to correct that.
Says,
and two of them will become one. So therefore, whatever God joined together, let no man put asunder. That is what that Bible says. So it's a man, not say a woman.
No. Don't. You see, you know when you want to interpret this Bible.
What are you?
Read the Bible scholar. I'm a Bible scholar, so you can't. When God said He created man in His own image, He was talking about human being. When God talks about man, He refers to human being, and you know that.
No.
Excuse me. Calm down.
Okay, who is not the wife? Is the wife the husband?
Excuse me. When we say man will leave his father and mother. In that context,
and cling to his wife.
And cling
to his wife.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now.
Okay.
Okay. Now. Now, but the truth of the matter, the bottom line of this
Yes.
is that Christians believe that you have to leave everything about. In fact, you don't even carry your problem back to your father's house.
Oh, yeah.
You treat it within yourself. Now, when it comes to sharing of your father's property, now remember you have a father's property, and you run down to your father's house to get what your father
No,
is.
you're.
Excuse me. And none of your siblings, male siblings, will ever step their foot in your house to claim not even one size stool or spoon from your husband's house.
No, your husband is someone's child. Hope you know
male
that.
child.
Yes, it's
Who
someone's
benefits-
child.
Who benefits?
And now imagine that's your husband that is someone's male child that benefited something. Has your brother has a wife that will still benefit from the husband, and it will still benefit everybody. This is just a cycle.
I know it's a cycle, but the truth of the matter, when it comes to Igbo land, for instance, like you said rightly, I try to balance it. It is wise if a man property property. Understand?
Yeah,
now,
that's true.
And when you have a lot, but going back to the cultural civilization before it was completed by colonization of our homeland, every male child is entitled to each of their properties, and the females go to their husbands. Females doesn't own properties. Women at that time don't own properties. But when we come to civilization, a lot of things have to change. A lot of things we have to accept the fact that a lot of things have to change. We have to go on with the civilization. But that should not alter our civilization, our mode of development, our norms and values that made us some kind of distinct people. Now, when it comes to what are the benefits, now let us just leave the politics and face the real issue. What are the benefits of not taking more wives, of just having one more wife? And what are the benefits of taking more wives? Why do you think that taking more wives is advantageous or disadvantageous? These are part of the things that we are talking about. And very soon we are going to be taking some of the commentaries that are coming up on our list. Now, give us your own view on taking more wives or not taking more wives issue by our next before I eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is very tricky. Yeah, very tricky topic. First of all, our forefathers were taking more wives then because of they have hectares of land they farm on. So the idea actually was to have a lot of children that will farm on their farmland. That is the idea of having more wives in olden days. And it's just part of, let me say, part of the culture where the man builds his OB, then the other wives, it just makes you a rich man. Maybe then, yes, there's this status you have, and there's this title you take. You just need more wives. It's just part of the thing that made them who they were then, and all that. So it was beautiful. It was beautiful and all. But now, I can't personally advise anybody to take more wives because of what we are facing now. First of all, no one wants to go back to the farm. That's the truth. A lot of our men, everybody wants to go mbute. Onye say na n'ofia kita na gị na-ese ezigbo okwu. Instead, they'll go into mechanized farming. You understand? Onye ji ego mee mechanized farming, they get machines that work for them. So nobody actually have that belief that they need more children to go and farm on their farmland. Secondly, taking more wives in what welfare? Is it in this country's welfare? Like the economy is terrible already. Even handling one wife is something else. Maybe you have 2 or 3 children, you want to give them the best, and you will encourage such person that is trying to take more wives because of population. These are the things you need to put into consideration. In as much as maybe, just maybe, there are increase in single women, which I addressed the last time, that what is causing this thing is bad economy. It's bad economy because when someone is done with school, I don't see the reason why he shouldn't be married. And I've used the Western countries, for example, because they have social welfare that cover these things up. So even if we are taking one wife and all that now, but there is a good welfare, this thing that covers family, trust me that you will not see any single lady out on the road.
So if that's if the welfare package is good, that you not see
you will not see more like what we are seeing now, because okay, I always use an example.
More men will get married, or
more male will get married to these females. Okay, let me
more than one.
No, to one.
Okay.
But definitely, but they will leave. Okay, I like using my I graduated in 2016, and we were about 120, and we had like 50 boys, and about 70 girls in the class. Something. But as I speak with you now, none of these guys are married. But 90% of the girls in my class are married. And the people
are married to men. They are not married to.
No, they are married to men that are way older. You see men that want to get married now, 35. Even men don't get married on time. That is why it looks like, okay, that age, our age bracket, that, okay, like now, I am ready to get married. And you see someone that my age, you understand, that is not even willing. A guy in my age said, Obi no baby, he has not even started thinking, yes. Because he wants to make money. He wants to make money. He has a background he came from. Maybe he has siblings. He has a mother that he has promised a car or a house and promised the whole world. You don't expect that boy to want to get married. And whoever that is getting married to me or have gotten married to me is already well to do and has a kind of age bracket. That's this age bracket that he gave me, which of course I was not the one that he was supposed to get married to. Okay. The person that he was supposed to get married to, he was not ready then. That is just the truth. So, because of that person is no longer in that line, that lady is now single.
Okay. Now, I think we are going to address some very important questions from some very important issues there. But before that, let us quickly take some of the comments we have here. Julius Ebos agrees that all siblings should have fair share of their father's inheritance. But how do we achieve this social change? Having been ingrained in our cultural soul for so long. All right. Dave said said he's complained that he can't hear, but I believe others can. I advise you to use your earphone and check.
We're sorry about that. I think it's network.
Yeah. Chichuku Kelechimwe said that all child, whether male or female, the child is child.
Yes, of course.
I don't know about whether male or female child. Everyone should have the same right. So in the modern culture, in the modern civilization, many people actually want more rights for the females, have equal rights or more. Samuel Paul said that Omenana Gade. Now the Omenana in contest Gade, he didn't clarify.
Maybe his own Omenana would be, like I said, a lady is not supposed to own properties in her father's company, village. To me, I won't NGM. If you give me a land there, what would I do with it? Or if my father, I inherit a house in
in our own time. Not in our own time, in our grandparents' time.
In your time, you are an old man. It's an old man with a young face.
All right, now a lot of our grandparents, like my grandmother, when she got married to my grandfather, the mother-in-law, that's my great-grandmother, gave them a land, gave all the siblings. That's she bore 4 boys, and those 4 boys got married. And those 4 boys that got married, one of them is my grandfather. Each of those wives, those 4 women that was married into that family, was given a portion of land by their mother-in-law. And currently, the issue came up. Does my great-grandmother have the right to apportion land to her daughter-in-law?
Maybe.
And then the answer came that land was hers.
Wow.
It was given to her by her parents.
Oh, wow.
You understand? energy and you do one obi. You understand? So you can understand that why I bring these things up and throw up some of these arguments is for people to understand that some of the things you are thinking that people are arguing about, like girls' rights to properties and all that, it has been there.
Yeah, there are some people that do it actually.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. That is what we're just trying. We're just trying to check, because ignorance makes us think that we have the worst of culture, the worst of tradition in our own land that degrades or belittle women. No. So I'm giving you a direct example that land that was given to her is from her own parents' house, and she brought it to her own husband's house, and that is why she could give it out to her daughter-in-laws. And it still happens now in this modern age. Young boys now will tell you, no, you cannot take anything. No, you cannot take anything. You know, and an issue. There are so many houses, so many families. In fact, the boys self, they will see on her just because of land. Others they don't go man about self. So, and these are the things we have to address, and that is why we are bringing it up. Because if you are agitating for a free nation or other, I will not address these family unit issues. It will be crisis. Somebody that comes out from the front will not be sound to add value to the entire system, to the entire community. So that is why we are making up some of these. Let us quickly take some of other comments that came in while we just we're discussing now. Adora from Dallas said that for me, a child, female or male child, should have equal rights. He said she should support that both male child and female child should have equal right to their father's properties. While Ifen Nam is of the opinion that there is the opinion that because a female is destined to go to another family and make that place her home, he's saying that he's not in support of that. That because the woman will now leave his father's house and go to another home and start her own home. Men also leave their father's house.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to say. Exactly. You are not going to stay in your father's house forever. You leave your father's house, and he's not in support of that. If, for example, now he got married to, I'm addressing that particular comment. For example, now you got married to Dangote's daughter, and the father wills something. Are you going to tell your wife to return it because you are not in support of women? Because this thing is vice versa. It throws at us. It still throws back. It will still benefit everybody because you will get married to someone, and your sister will get married to someone. So that person you got married inherited something. It will still come back to your family. So I don't even see the reason why you should be not in support of it or be in support of it, because it's something that is merry-go-round. Let me use that word. It's merry-go-round.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're going to get married.
Yeah, I think more people are commenting on the issue of girl child and male child having properties. Now, what of getting more wives? Everybody is most interested in that. And as a single man like me, aspiring to get married.
Okay, let's start with you. Are you going to get married to more wives?
I will leave my pocket to decide that very soon.
Oh, wow. So we're still talking about pocket. Okay.
No, I know. The point is that you have to understand the economy of our homeland now. What the situation of the economy says, and the pressure.
We just complained right now that most men cannot even afford a wife. I just told you an example of how people are 35 and they never yet married, and you not advise such person. I have an uncle that is 42. He's not yet married. This is on a silent note. I don't know if he's watching this. But the thing is, what is encouraging this more wives? For example, now, even if it's going to do good to people, now that's what I want to ask. Now, okay, what is going to encourage more wives?
Okay, what's going to encourage more wives now? There are a lot of benefits, as much as a lot of disadvantage to get more.
No, let's forget about the disadvantage. Tell me what is going to encourage it first.
Now, first of all, what could be a benefit, or what is the benefit of having more wives? The issue of population. at the time, some countries needed to bring in more people to encourage their families or what they call baby boom. And this current modernization that we are having these days, you will see a man getting married to one wife because of the economy, which everybody is crying of. Family planning to have one or two children. The woman is a working class. She doesn't want to take too much children so that she will be fit and strong to add value in terms of working in her career and all that. Now, adversely, we are losing population. It is the population that really matters in every nation.
Can I debunk?
I'm coming. I'm addressing some of the issues. The population of a people determines the strength of a people. You must understand that. And that is why US will continue to expand. That is why US will continue to accumulate more people. All this, what do you call it, lottery, that they are doing, they want to increase their population because they want their. That is one of the benefits. If you have more wives, for instance, you have a child, you have for instance, you have a wife, one wife, and the wife said you want to give birth to only 2 children or 3 so that she can be fit enough to work. Fine, that's good. Then the man, if he wants more children, the woman should not stop the man to go out and get married to more women, or at least another wife that will bear him maybe another 2 or 3, at least have 7 children. Good. Now, it will go a long way. 1, to reduce the pressure on the church, prayer houses, where women go to any length to get husband. At least one man, at least some of our ladies today will get married. Then number 2, the man, it will reduce, it is in the nature DNA of males, even animals, to be promiscuous, to have more than one. Right? Even animals, lions, deers, goats, they have in their pride more than 2, 3 females. You have one male in one pride. That is in the nature of animals. That is in the nature of human. So men are prone to go, and that is why you see so many broken homes today. Why? Because my husband cheated on me. He went out, or there was outside match. Oh my God, the wife don't even know. You know? And the woman will say, I can't take it anymore. Bam, family you don't break. The upbringing of the children, problem. A broken home is a disadvantage. A broken home, you can agree with me, is a problem to the society. And that is where you start seeing all the social fights and the rest of them. Because if the homes are together, the man and the woman will be able to train the children and give them quality training, quality education, quality upbringing. You know, but when the family is broken, like we see today, go to wedding today, before you finish the reception and get to the house, you now see that they already divorced. Whether they carry the divorce paper to the reception where they did their marriage, I can't tell. So these are part of the things you have to understand, that if we understand the fact that it is in the nature, if you can accommodate the fact that men, it is in their nature, instead of you eating an outside match, and even for your own health. Some have argued that it is even good for your own health, because all these transmitted things are not transmitter. Those things, you know, might be a health hazard. So after that, the man officially goes to the family and marries a man. Although some will still have 5 wives and still you go outside. In fact, I can't understand that. But the truth of the matter is that whether you're married to 1 or whether you're married to 2, make sure you train your offsprings and give them the best and quality training. That is my own opinion on that. But to say nobody should marry, or say because it is within the Christian,
no. I don't know for that. I've not been to heaven. The thing is, no one is saying that you shouldn't take more wives. If you want to, and if your family is okay with it, that is fine. But I want to debunk that population part.
Okay, go on.
Yes, because I was born and brought up in Kaduna State, and I can specifically tell you that only my street is so big, and 99 people that stays there are the Igbos. Now, let's say this economy is conducive. Imagine the population that will come back here. We have populations like Igbos. Igbos are all over the place. That is the truth. Getting more wives is not even the thing that we are already populated. Let us come back first. Over the can accommodate the ones that. Do you know how many Igbos are in the diaspora? Do you know how many Igbos are in the north? Do you know how many Igbos are in Lagos? Just imagine they come back. Imagine we will be formidable. We are populated. Igbos are not scanty. It's what they are seeing in the east. They felt that we are scanty. We are not. We are very much. If all the entire Igbos come and we do a head count, I will bet you on it that we are bigger than the north. What they have in the north is land mass. I've been there. You can have a house here, and before you get another house, if all the whole people, like let's say all the whole ethnicity now, go back to their land, you will not see anybody in the north. You will not see anybody. They are not much, because they don't even know how to take care of their children, like the Igbos. Onye ụmụ na-atọ kịta fapụta ime na ụmụazị pụta ọnka ya amụ faba na street bụziri nuisance to the society. Then the real ones that are rich, the real households that are rich, they don't. The funny part is that they don't take more than one wife. The real households. If you see the ones that are very rich, even if they take more than one wife, it will be 2 or 3 because of their what, their culture. And those women don't bear more than 2 or 3 children. And these children, most of them don't even stay in Nigeria. They stay abroad. This is where I grew up. So if you're talking about population, let us make this land what, accommodating for our people to come back.
That one is a different thing.
No, I'm telling you what can increase the population because we are populated.
No. That's one aspect of it. When you talk about
no, it's the truth. Then the second part again about women as a men being promiscuous and is in nature. First of all, I don't believe that. I've seen disciplined men that don't give a hoot about another woman. I have seen such. If you are not disciplined, you are not disciplined. You can have 100 wives and decide and cheat on those 100 wives. Solomon is a very perfect example. But what I'm saying, when you were talking, I was listening. So I've seen a lot of men that they are very, very disciplined. Having more wives is not going to coop an excess man. That is just the truth. It's not going to coop an excess man. An excess man is an excess man. But the only place I see it as an advantage is if you are rich enough.
Of course, now it is only rich people, mostly rich people that get married.
Then how many people are rich? That's why I say the first of all, what we are supposed to be addressing is how to make this place an enabling environment. Before we start talking about yes, thank you. Like imagine.
Of course, now if the land is prosperous, then you need more people to run the economies to man.
The ones we have will come back first. Then when they are now rich, they cannot take more wives. I cannot encourage my Okada neighbor that cannot take care of his wife. And
no, of course, now that one will be that one.
But they are the ones that are more populated.
There is nothing.
The airlines are no longer populated.
Nothing is neither there or there. Everything that you say it has advantage.
Exactly.
If a poor man takes more wives, it is a problem because those children will not be raised properly.
Exactly, and you become a nuisance.
Good. And if a man, because of the cheating mentality of a woman not agreeing for a man to bring in another woman, then the man is now was in Igbo. Because now the man was in Igbo while outside man, then you are going to ending this marriage. This man is irresponsible. You've caused a broken home.
Is it the woman that caused a broken home?
No, when the woman said that you are not going to take another woman,
why is the man having the 100%?
And the man has gone outside, and now because of that you cannot take it. And now, there are increase of.
Can I still debunk this one?
I'm coming. There are increase in cases of divorce.
I know. But these men don't actually come to their wives and tell them they want to take another wife.
Majority of the cases of divorce is on infidelity.
That is
majority. Good. And those the divorce cases, those broken homes, it affects the children directly. In fact, the biggest victims of broken homes are the children. Now, when that child doesn't have that balanced training, it becomes a menace in the society. So this is just same as when you say young poor people not getting married or to more than one wife or the rest, because they can't train the children and they will call menace in the society. It all boils down to being able to raise a family that you can train, that you can take care of, that you can give the best of training and attention. That is just it.
And that's what I'm saying. How many men in this thing now will sit their wife one-on-one, tell them, okay, babe, I don't want to cheat on you. I want to take another wife. The thing is, they don't even engage their wife in such discussion when they go out there and do whatever they want to do.
If your husband.
No, I'm just giving you. I'm asking you if your husband.
Let's start the question.
Let's start with me. If my husband comes to me and tell me he wants to take another wife, I want to give a disclaimer. Babe, please don't watch this program because you may die. And that's like it. So what I'm saying is, we have emotions too. We are not immune. Women have emotions running in their veins. I've said this thing before. No man is going to be comfortable seeing the wife cheat on him. You understand? No, wait. No, you're not getting my point. Right, I'm coming to that. What I'm saying is that we have emotions that runs in us.
Of course.
We have emotions. Everybody has this clinging. This is my own. This phone is my phone. Just like telling me to share this phone with someone. I am a woman, and I understand in the woman aspect. In olden days, why they could accept it is because they felt it's culture. Trust me, nobody likes to share their man with anybody. No woman enjoys it. Even if you want to be the second, or you want to be the third, or you want to be the fourth, you will do that. Maybe because it always
they don't want to get attention.
Thank you. And all these people again, why they do that thing is because they don't. We have emotions. It's not in our nature to accept our man to take more wives or to cheat on us or anything. It's not that the society has made it look like women are more victimized when they are not married. You will say a lady up to school like this, I swear can be as if she's going to get married to herself. That is one thing we need to even start addressing in our society. Because that victimization make any woman to take desperate measures to get married to whoever is ready, whether 10th wife or 50th wife. But I'm trying to address this fact that we are not selfish. It's not like it's being selfish. Why can't a woman share her husband with someone else? It's just like a man not sharing his wife with someone else. We have emotions. We are not sick. I have low CC. We understand this thing. It hurts when your husband shares someone or brings someone into the family.
The whole wide world nature, naturally, men take more wives than there ever a time you say one woman is married to two men.
I've seen that.
Or legally, whether legally or traditionally.
No, but I've seen that actually. I've seen a woman comfortably get married two men, and they are fine with it. A Yoruba woman.
I have not officially married in either their tradition or in the church or in the court.
I don't know if it is church. Even if it's in church, men cannot take more than one.
I want to, we have to define this issue of marriage. What makes a relationship marriage? Or if people can be having affairs, it's not marriage.
No, I'm telling you, this man married this woman, and she married another person, and the both of them know each other. No, but what I'm saying is that two men married one woman,
paid dowry
of one woman. And she's a Yoruba woman, and she bought children for them.
I have not had that.
And I've seen another one, a white lady actually got married to men, and they live happily. What I'm saying is that it doesn't actually look healthy, but none of them actually looks healthy. That's the truth. Whether you are a man having more than one wife or you are a woman having more than one husband.
No, don't go there. No. I disagree with you.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. It takes a strong man in this society now to
That is why we're going to be wrapping it up.
to control a family. It takes a strong. I have to say it. See, it takes a strong man. See, first of all, if you have an intention of getting married to one wife, be very strong emotionally. When I mean strong, make sure na man and woman can ike ade Igbo. But when you guys don't Igbo, and funny part is that men that takes more than one wife say they die before the men that take one wife. That's the truth.
Okay.
Because of why? Now, when you are dead, you have created more problems.
Okay.
They'll start dragging property.
No. Don't say that. When you say
I should not say what? I will say it though.
Wait, hang on.
Let me say. Should I say more?
No, don't say more. What you say is that we're wrapping up anytime. Now, when you say that taking one wife is healthier, you will agree with me that men die before women. Most men die before their wives.
Should I tell you the reason?
Calm down. There are men, when it comes to issue of being healthy, if you are married to more than one wife, in fact, there will be healthy competition between the women to please their husbands, and that is what is the original foundation.
Oh,
excuse me.
Okay.
That is the original foundation. They please their husbands. They try to get their husbands' attention. The man is the man of the house, and the women are submissive to them. So the man, being the man of the house, have more wives. If onye nke anụ ma ọ bụ na onye nke enyere, because sometimes onye nke a ga-esere gị iru na ọ chọrọ ọ na onye nke anụ nwa dị ime, nwoke a metụta the bone and o wee gbati akwala.
See, you can be pregnant and have a healthy sexual relationship with your wife.
I got baby now.
Okay.
Now, I don't really want to go into this issue. But the truth of the matter, the reason why we are discussing this actually, not just to have fun or talk, but we try to make sure that on a serious note, we try to make sure we have a healthy family. Whether you marry to one or whether you marry to two, the most important thing is that you are able to fix your home. Because polygamy is a family. Even families that give birth to only twins, boys, the family is in disarray.
It's actually lesser.
No. But even families, in fact, most of the families that we are having problems here and there, siblings killing themselves because of their father's properties and rent.
Imagine such family now have more than one wife.
And then that is what I am telling you, that most of the families, most of the men that marries more than one wife organize their families more. I have seen that. Yes, I have seen that.
I don't know.
I have had, hardly do you see a man that gets married to more than 2 or 3 wives and say that he is divorcing one in the middle of the marriage. All the very difficult. That man get married to the first wife, second wife, third wife, fourth wife, even fifth wife, like the one we are now hearing, the one that is marrying small children. Now, you see all of them are still there.
That one is rich now.
He did not divorce one to marry another one, or divorce 2 to marry extra 2. No. All our family on one, you will leave the family on. And secondly, you are able to organize your family and be able to say, okay, this is what belongs to this woman and his children. Mr. B, this is what belongs to you and your children. The more they put now on when he's married to more than. But most of the women, most of the families that have just one wife, the man is just free. After all, it's one wife. The woman will take care of the children, kids. They will share it among themselves. And at the end of it, you see kata everywhere.
No.
So whether
you have 1 wife or 2 wives or 3 wives, you have a will and will your property properly to your children.
Now, when you are alive,
yes,
I share your family very well. All the very
so whether you have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, what we want is a peaceful home, because a home that is united is is not formidable.
It's formidable now because when you have a strong
so you just like you are creating big walls and nobody can just break
if
into
you
your wall.
come to a family that is huge,
And it helps a nation too, because
benefit.
community comes from a family, then family comes from community, then community comes from nation. And
It is the family that forms a community.
Yes, so and
the community
now forms a nation. So we don't want broken homes, we don't want divorces, we don't want to hear that in Igbo land.
And the single mother.
And now that's another story. That's a story for another day.
But as we progress in this program, Family Affair, every Thursday, we start addressing specific issues, problems of different relationships.
Yeah.
So you can text the number you're seeing on WhatsApp and share your experience in your relationship, in your family that you want to discuss on this platform. We are just beginning this program. This is the second time.
No, this is the third time.
The third time we're having the program, right? We are progressing. So as we continue, we'll be taking some of the direct experience
issues, and we just not.
And we'll start having people right on the street here from anywhere around the world.
Tell us their
people right
experience.
Here on the street to share your experience with our viewers all over the world as we take on family. Family affairs is very important for Igbo and Biafra in general. Tomorrow, join me on People's Parliament, where we now talk about the direct threat, security-wise. This Ruga Fulani, Islamization, and the rest of them, and matters arise. We are going to be hitting it hard tomorrow, live on BVI Channel 1, People's Parliament, and I will be your host. That one, when I want that one, never issue. We are going to hit it head on. So, join me tomorrow, same time, BVI Channel 1, People's Parliament, on this platform. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscription button. Keep the comments coming. As a way of wrapping up, let me.
And to wrap up this, I'll be expecting Chinedu Assist Peters to have more than at least 10 wives in the next 10 years.
May please, my people, I've not even gotten one. Can I go do one first? I got to go do two. And I hope to have a very beautiful woman.
Hallelujah!
I still want to get them BP. Because even BP, I talk about another one.
Maybe that's another story for another day. So we can talk to if your husband is the one that wants to get married to one wife, don't kill him, please. Because so that he will not change his mind.
All right. Let me quickly take some few last comments that came in, then we wrap it up. If someone said that what we're saying is true, yeah, because God what we're saying. And very soon we start, compensating or rewarding Adora Dallas. Yeah. So the three of you have been really wonderful in this program today. I will appreciate your opinion and your submission. That is where we'll be wrapping it up on today's program, BVI Channel 1 People's Parliament. And on this, wait till we come back on Thursday. We'll be loaded with very important.
Can I give you a hint?
All right.
We're going to be talking about feminists.
So
go gather all the whole facts. So we sit here and we talk about it.
Okay, no problem.
From me to you guys is bye-bye. Thank you for joining us.
That is it. That is what we say. Goodbye on this episode. Keep subscribing to BVI Channel 1.
Please do subscribe, share our content, please. Yeah. And tell all your friends to subscribe.
I only have any call today.